Hi, everybody. Breaking news today. Breaking. I see everybody talking about it, all social media. Nothing else matters. But we got the scoop on Will Smith and Chris Rock at the Oscars. Wow, does everybody care about the Oscars? I think they've got the highest rating show globally right now. I think they've held it for quite a few years. The most amount of viewerships. So they hosted the Oscars in Australia this year, the bastion of freedom. Every country, every Western and Eastern country can look to for where we can enjoy these liberties and freedoms. Thank you, Oscars, for presenting yourself there. So everybody is talking about the slap heard across the world. Will Smith, why did he do it? Was it staged? Was it real? Let's dive in. So, Chris Rock makes a comment, a joke, because it is the Oscars and they've been trying to be funny for I don't know how long, with a little bit of, they're not funny. So, Chris Rock tries to attempt to make a joke. It landed. I thought it was kind of funny for what it is. She's bald. G.I. Jane was bald. She looks funny bald. But I take that back. I don't want to get censored. She looks empowered and beautiful bald. So having said that, a joke gets thrown her way by the host, Chris Rock, a comedian. Will Smith laughs. The camera cuts away, and I'm assuming Jada gives Will the death stare. Probably the same stare she gives him every time he tries complaining about her cheating on him. But she gives him the stare, and he remembers who he is, her little bitch, and he gets up and is allowed to walk up on stage. Now, is that staged, or did he just walk up on his own because he was upset? I personally think this whole thing wasn't staged, although I could see why people would think it is. Anything for ratings, because again, when you have the highest rating show, you must try to achieve any tactics in order to get more ratings. So that's sarcasm. So yeah, it could be fake, but it just doesn't look that way. It looks like Will is Jada's little bitch, like he's been their entire marriage, and she gave him the death stare to set him straight, and he went to set Chris Rock straight. Now, if you look at the dichotomy of superstardom in Hollywood, I would assume, even Chris Rock's a big name. He's been in movies, stand-up, SNL, but he's older. He's not so prolific now. He's in a box. Will Smith, kind of the same thing, but somehow his name is risen. His movies have been crap lately. His son's movies, crap. His daughter, if it's still his daughter and not a new son, I don't know. I whip my hair back and forth. Anyway, I would say Will Smith is here in Hollywood's eyes, and Chris Rock kind of looked over at the producers on the side of the stage and they said, carry on. And he let it go, because I'm sure he had some jokes in his arsenal belt to dish out at Willie Boy. But my real take is, who the fuck cares? That's the problem with this world. Everybody this morning is talking about Will Smith and Chris Rock and the Oscars. Does that really matter? Does Hollywood or any of their globalist pushers matter? What matters is the corruption. What matters is the globalists trying to bring us into war and famine and starvation and kill our economies under the guise of protecting sovereign nations. What you should be paying attention to is the chemtrails in the air, the fluoride in the water, the atrazine in the water, all the chemical bombardment they're putting in the food, the plant-based vaccines they're creating. All the things that should matter don't seem to matter to people anymore. And that, to me, is the main problem. Everybody, all of society, including myself, need to get our heads straight and start appreciating what we should be appreciating in life. And most people don't understand what that is anymore. I appreciate, look at this thing, this TV I bought over here. Look at this treadmill. It's a couple $1,000s. I worked so hard for it. Who gives a shit? It's materialistic. All these things you could sacrifice and enjoy life with family, communication, doing things like humans used to do to extend the olive branch to one another, to remind ourselves of our humanity. Instead, we dive into our phones and social media and TikTok videos, and we sit here talking about a Will Smith, Chris Rock slap. I really don't give a shit, and neither should you. Let's get our heads straight. Come on.